Hello and welcome. I'd like to start by thanking you for participating in the NASA NSTA Teacher Learning Journeys Project pilot test. It's a new approach to individualized professional development designed to help teachers meet personal learning goals and increase student learning and motivation. We use a travel metaphor to help teachers find, select, reflect on, implement, and get recognition for their learning activities. Think of this site as a special, more comprehensive passport that contains a little information about you and the purpose of your journey, suggested activities you can add to your itinerary, an itinerary that shows the activities you've selected and the order in which you plan to complete them, a travel log where you'll make notes about your experiences, a page for your passport stamps showing the activities you've successfully completed, sort of like the stamps on a passport when you enter and leave a country, and a badges page which displays graphics that represent special accomplishments likely to have a positive impact on your teaching and student learning. On Monday, June 25th, we'll begin the beta test by sending you an email with the web address you'll need to create an account. Once you're in, you'll see this passport that you'll use to schedule and complete your journeys, and to see your recognition in the form of accumulating passport stamps and badges. When your journey is complete, we'll ask you to identify people you'd like us to inform of your accomplishments, such as your principal, school board members, or local newspaper, and we'll send them a letter commending you and listing your accomplishments. We'll also send you a certificate you can print and display. Here's how the online system works. Once we've sent you a web address, you'll go through some relatively simple steps to create your account. You'll type in your first name, you'll type in your last name, you'll choose a picture, if you'd like to represent you, you'll type in your email address, a password, and you'll verify it. And that's it. Then click the sign up button and an account will be created for you. Once you've created your account, you'll see the cover of your passport. This is your comprehensive passport that contains all the information you'll accumulate as you move through this program. By the way, if you're ever unclear about what to do, all you have to do is scroll down and you'll see help text designed to help you through that screen. You'll click the tabs on the right side of the passport to move from one activity to another. To start, you'll click the Journey tab where you'll state a purpose for your journey. Now, in a real journey, a traveler's purpose might be something like to see the pyramids and learn about Egyptian culture, but for a virtual teacher learning journey, the purpose might be more like to learn more about the solar system and identify new hands-on activities that make learning more interesting and more effective for my students. In other words, it's a statement of what you want to accomplish and why. It's quite likely that you may return here to modify the purpose, perhaps even a few times as you browse the learning activities and discover new opportunities for professional development. So now I'll click in the Purpose of Journey field and enter the purpose for my journey. The next step is to browse the learning opportunities we've assembled for you and to choose the ones you want to add to your itinerary. To do this, click the Activities tab. In this pilot, we present a set of learning activities created by NASA and NSTA on 3 topics: the solar system, engineering, and weather and climate. If this pilot demonstrates that teachers like and benefit from this approach, we'll expand the set of learning activities to cover other topics of interest to STEM teachers. We'll include learning activities from other sources, and we'll partner with colleges and universities who will award continuing education units and perhaps even course credit to reflect the learning that occurs. In this pilot, you can see the activities in one of the three categories by clicking on the appropriate link. The activities list for each topic shows you a title and abbreviated activity description for each activity, as well as one or more of the 6 categories we've used to identify the ways teachers can develop professionally, which includes STEM knowledge, instructional practices, pedagogical content knowledge, assessment, collaboration, and contribution, as well as an estimate of how long it might take for you to complete the activity. When you see an activity that interests you, click the Read More link to see a full description. On the Details page. This Details page also includes a description of what you can do to earn a stamp or to earn a badge. When you're through looking at a Details page, you can return to the Activities page by clicking the Activities link at the top. This list is scrollable, so browse the list until you find one you're interested in, and then add it to your itinerary. I'll be adding Exploring Our Earth from Above, as well as Blue Marble Matches. And let's add one more. Let's go for Planet Quest. We'll add those to our itinerary. By clicking that link, I've added them to the itinerary. If I move to the itinerary page, I'll see that those activities have been transferred. On this page I also see arrows, red arrows and green arrows I can use to move activities up and down to create an appropriate sequence. Let's say I wanted to start with Blue Marble Matches. I click the up arrow to move that to the top. Suppose I wanted to do Planet Quest last, I'd move Exploring Our Earth from Above up, or move Planet Quest down. I now have them in the order I'd like to work on them, so I'll start with Blue Marble Matches. I could figure out what to do by looking at the stamp task or badge task, or if I want additional help I can click the Getting Started button, which will take me to some detail that will help me understand the steps to take in order to complete this activity. Once I've finished an activity, I can log it. Logging it is like entering it into your travel logbook. I'll click Log It, and it'll take me to the logging page, where I'll enter a title that I would like to attach to this activity. I might say, My Reactions. And then I would type my reactions. For the sake of time, I'll just put some scramble in here. Notice that you can attach a document. Some of the activities ask you to create, say, a lesson plan or to create some other artifact that you can attach by clicking the Choose File button. Once you're done, you can click Save, and it will save that in your log. I'm now looking at the log page where this entry exists in an abbreviated form. If I want to change it, I can click the Edit link, go back in and change what I've written. When I'm finished, I save it. I can return to the itinerary, and now that I've logged that activity, I have the option of requesting a stamp or requesting a badge. If I click a link, say to request a stamp, then look at my stamp page. By the way, when I click that link, it submits it for review by a professional at NASA or at NSTA. If I look at my stamps page, I'll see that there's a stamp pending for that activity. It's Blue Marble Matches. This is the passport stamp, and it has a pending grayed area over the top. If I go back to the itinerary and click the Request Badge, and then move to my Badges page, I'll see that there's a Blue Marble Badge pending review as well. Back to my itinerary, you'll see that I can also withdraw a badge request. If I decided, oops, I forgot something, or I wanted to make some changes, I can withdraw that request and place it again later. For the purpose of demonstration, I'll pretend to log Exploring Our Earth from Above, putting in a fake title here, putting in a fake body, saving it, going back to my itinerary, and request a stamp and request a badge for it. I'll do the same thing for Planet Quest. So now let's look at the stamps and badges I have pending. I go to my stamps page and I can see the stamps that I've requested. I go to the badge page and I'll see the badges that I've requested. After a successful review, they'll no longer be grayed out and they'll look more like this. Well, that's about it. When you're ready to leave, you can go home by clicking the Home tab, and then you can log out or simply close the browser. Thanks so much. We really appreciate you working with us on this pilot test. We think we're developing something that's potentially powerful and gives teachers control over their professional development, and we really appreciate your giving us time and attention to help make this happen, especially during the summer. If you have any questions as we move through this experience, please feel free to contact Chris Gamrat. Chris is available at cwg118@psu.edu. Thanks again, and have a great summer.